I dislike working on this new stuff. There's an oil leak down under the intake in the valley. I'm chasing after, and I figure while I'm at it, I'll do the valve covers and the spark plugs, because you gotta take the plenum off to get the back 3 plugs. But yeah, the 2011 Escape, about 200,000 miles on it. But just look at all the bullshit you gotta deal with. I don't know. None of it's quick and easy anymore, I know that. But we'll get it. So apparently, this little plate down here, hard to get at. Very typical Ford bullshit, right? Cutting your hands up getting that in there, but there's a little plate, and there's an opening down in there. I don't know if you can see it. There was an opening. The early Escapes had like a little box there with a PCV line went in there, but later on they blocked it off this plate. Word on the street is that's where they typically leak. The gasket does have a little split in it right there. Now I don't know if that was a leak, if I did that taking it apart, but either way it's getting replaced. The only other thing it could be is oil seeping out of the head gaskets, or it could be where the timing cover meets up here, like the little, but the oil was all over up here, and there's even, you know, evidence of it around that water neck there. So I'm gonna go after this gasket. We're gonna seal this thing up, top off the oil, see what we got. If it still leaks after that, I think we're gonna live with it. This is the wife's winter car. She has a Mustang. They don't go in the winter very well, so we got this all-wheel drive Escape for, you know, January, February, March time of year. Anyway, that's what we got going on. So, got the back valve cover on. Should be a nice blue, visible blue Felpro gasket. Well, look at this front one. Look at this. Like, you think the back one's hard because the plenum hangs over it. Look at this front valve cover. Like, I gotta take the grill out. What the? Gotta love it. Alright, so we got the back side on. I got the 3 plugs in. As you can see, the plugs are gapped out and clapped out. So it needed them. I don't know. I can tell by looking at that the gap's too wide. I'm finding the gap one needs in this car is 49 thousandths, 45 to 49 thousandths. I'm gonna double check that. But what I figured out was I took this cover off here, this cover, and gonna go down through a 1/4-inch drive. They're like 10mm bolts, so there's a radiator hose in the way. I'll get it. You know, an extension. I got. That's a snap-on and a snap-on wobble. Um, 1/4-inch drive. So 1/4-inch drive. Sneak it down through and like so. I got all the bolts out except for, oh, there we go, except for 3 across the front, and then that's how I'm gonna do it. Just gonna sneak down through. Should work out. I wasn't gonna do the front valve cover, but I can't half-ass shit, so I'm like, no, I better do it, because if I don't do it, it's gonna start leaking. And I'm chasing leaks here. I want to seal the top of the engine. I got that little plate gasket on. That's all good to go. But now it's tune up, front valve cover, put the intake on, call it done. Here it is, all finished up and running. You'll be able to see a blue gasket. That's your Felpro gasket, the new one. The orange gasket right here is the new seal around the center. The blue there. Orange right there. Gonna let it run for a while till the fans kick on. Oil's topped off. We'll see if this oil separator gasket thing fixed it. Plus we tuned it up. We put new plugs in it. But don't be afraid to do this stuff. Like on stuff like this, I use 1/4-inch drive tools because it's all 8 and 10 millimeter bolts. So small tools, small bolts. Another daily driver nonsense. You can see the blue gasket in the mirror, I think.